The following is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network.
Now on, hits a single to right field. That will score. Jaroszewski and the Stars take the lead on the RBI single by Hansen to right field.
Wells fights to keep his shoulder up. And his pin.
2:20 remains in the game. 4th and 17. The Vikings capitalized early on a big one. What will the Squirrels do? Deep pass down the field. Cooper Johnson and Mason O'Malley. What a fantastic catch by Cooper Johnson.
Dribble. Got in for down low. Iniger had it knocked free. Gets it back. Muscles his way in. Got it.
The following is a presentation of the
All right, well, let's do this button instead. A little glitch there on our intro, but thank you for tuning in here. Charger Field here in Evansville, Minnesota, as we get ready for this baseball matchup here between the visiting Pelican Rapids Vikings and the Brandon Evansville Chargers. We thank you so much for tuning in here. The Pelican Rapids Vikings still looking for their first win of the year. They come into this matchup 0-12 on the season. They had their game against Lake Park Audubon on May 12th canceled due to the fact that the Raiders were lacking some players on the team to enable to participate on that. Otherwise, they've had some close games, but they're still struggling to find a W on their schedule here, and they'll see if they can change that here tonight in a single matchup on the road here against Brandon Evansville. The Chargers are 9-5 on the year. There are a couple games that have not been reported, so they might have 2 more wins, 2 more losses, or 1 more win, 1 more loss, depending on if those games were actually played or not. But they would start the season with an 11-8 loss on the road at Border West, but then they would follow that up with 7 wins in a row. 13-3 over West Central area, 8-7 and 9-1 in a doubleheader over Ashby, 10-0 and 13-2 in a doubleheader on the road at Hillcrest Lutheran Academy, 4-3 and 12-2 at home here against the Hancock Owls. And then they would drop one to Kirkhoven Murdoch Sunburn 12-3, and that would be a home game here for the Chargers. They would go on the road to Border West and fall 5-2, bounce back with a pair of wins over Lake Park Audubon 11-5 and 7-4 over Monoma Wabin, and then they would fall 8-0 to New York Mills here at home. They had a game scheduled at Barnesville, but to the best of my knowledge, that game was never played. And then they went on the road to Browerville Eagle Valley and lost 13-3. So they're looking to bounce back from that 13-3 losses. That was their last game before tonight. So the last time the Chargers played were 4 days ago against Browerville Eagle Valley, and now they got the Pelican Rapids. After tonight, they'll have Parker's Prairie on the road, and they'll wrap up the regular season here at home against Otter Tail Central on May 25th. Now, we'll see Otter Tail Central on May 23rd when they travel to Barnesville to Reed Field to take on the Trojans. So Charger fans, if you want to get a glimpse of your opponent one game before they play you, circle that one on your calendar for May 23rd, Barnesville and Otter Tail Central. So that is a look at the Chargers regular season so far. We'll take a timeout, and we'll be back in just a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Do you need a computer but don't know where to start? Call the team at R&D Computers. They can help you select the right system for your computer usage needs, from basic to advanced. Do you have a computer but it's not working? Call the team at R&D Computers and you'll be up and running in no time. With over 40 years of experience in electronics technology, R&D Computers has the tools to do the job right. Call 320-762-1212 or learn more right now at rndcomputers.com. R&D Computers, 204 Main Street in Evansville.
I gotta get a bigger place. How do I buy a house?
First-time buyers are my specialty. I'll guide you through it.
You have questions, Carissa Haugen at RE/MAX Advantage Plus has answers. Call her today, 218-821-0292, or email Carissa Haugen at remax.net. Carissa Haugen at RE/MAX Advantage Plus. Carissa sells the Lakes area.
Here's a look at what needs to be done to win this game. These are your keys to the game.
All right, welcome back, and your keys to the game. We'll start with the visitors, the Pelican Rapids Vikings. Play some smart baseball, limit the walk to batters, and play like you have nothing to lose, because in all honesty, you have nothing to lose. You're still looking for the first W on the year, and, the other teams in the conference have already secured the conference championship, so just play your hearts out here and try and pick up your first victory of the season here. So that are your keys to the game here for the Pelican Rapids Vikings. And for the Brandon Evansville Chargers, overconfidence could be troublesome. Yeah, you're having a solid year, but don't let your overconfidence saying, hey, this is going to be an easy win, take over and end up losing the game because of it. Take the out over the air. Don't try any fancy triple plays. If it's easier to get one out, even if a runner advances, go ahead and take the out, because that's going to lead to a victory here for the Chargers. And do not be afraid to pitch it right down the middle. As I mentioned at the keys to the game for the Vikings, they have nothing to lose. So you can go inside, you can go outside, you can do all those strategies that you usually have. But right down the middle could get you a few strikes here in this game as well, and that is your keys of the game. We'll take another timeout. We got your starting lineups here right around the corner here on Magnitude Sports. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Nest Backhoe Inc. in Ashby, Minnesota can accommodate all your excavating and demolition needs. Do you need a sewer line steamed? The team at Nest Backhoe Inc. are also state-certified septic systems experts. Whether it's a warm summer day or a brisk, snowy spring morning, Nest Backhoe Inc. will complete your project while providing great work at a fair price. Learn more by searching Nest Backhoe Inc. on Facebook or call 218-747-2200. Nest Backhoe Inc., 11468 State Highway 78 in Ashby.
Ripley's Inc. We do precision work. Join the elite team and start a new career at Ripley's of Earhart, where you can earn while you learn. Training is provided for qualified applicants. We're currently looking for laborers, skilled backhoe or dozer operators. Labor positions start at $22 to $25 per hour. Skilled positions pay based on experience. Call today for an immediate interview, 218-842-8322, or apply online at ripleysinc.com. Ripley's Inc., when only the best will do.
Leslie Ness Construction, LLC employs the staff that you can trust. They've been providing construction and remodeling services since 2012, located in Brandon, Minnesota. They also provide service to Alexandria, Battle Lake, Deer Creek, Detroit Lakes, Fergus Falls, Frazee, Moorhead, New York Mills, Pelican Rapids, and several other towns across west central Minnesota. Give them a call today, 320-760-8554. Leslie Ness Construction, 15138 Edgefield Road, Northwest in Brandon.
There's no question that yield is at the core of everything we do at Stein. It's why we are here today, and it's what will continue to propel us and our growers into the future of agriculture. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans provide a significant dollar per acre yield benefit, plus access to the best weed control in the industry. That is yield plus results. Yield expected, yield delivered. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans have yield.
Hydraulic components, hydraulic distribution, hydraulic assembly, factory OEM direct component kits, and hydraulic fish house components. Based in Evansville, they have the largest hydraulic selection with the best industry knowledge in the west central Minnesota region. Visit worldwidehydraulics.com or call 218-948-2067 to speak with one of the friendly and knowledgeable team members today at Worldwide Hydraulics, 2629 County Road 82 Northwest in Evansville.
Game time is now only minutes away. Let's take a look at your starting lineups for this matchup.
All right, welcome back here to Evansville at Charger Field. No official name, but that's the name I was told the coin has, so we're going to go with it right here. We want to thank, once again, all of our sponsors for bringing this broadcast here between the Chargers and the Vikings, making it possible, including R&D Computers, Leslie Ness Construction, Ness Backhoe Service, Worldwide Hydraulics, Remax Advantage Plus, Chris, a Haugen agent, Ripley's Inc., Stein Seed, and Runnings for making this game broadcast possible. Let's go ahead and take a look at your starting lineup. So we'll start with the visitors on the scoreboard, the Pelican Rapids Vikings. Once again, 0-12 on the season with a pair of losses to Hawley yesterday, 10-1 and 12-0 in 6 innings. 10-1 went the full 7, 12-0 went finished in 6. And that was a game that the Vikings played yesterday in Hawley we had for you here on Magnitude Sports. For the Pelican Rapids Vikings, batting 1, 2, and 3 is the center fielder, number 7, Jack Paulson. The shortstop, number 8, Luke Soley. The catcher, number 2, Ethan Schustrom. And the middle of the order, 4, 5, and 6 is the third baseman, Esteban Garza. Second baseman, McLean Hovland. The left fielder, Caden Holt. The bottom of the order at 7, 8, and 9 is the pitcher, Jaden Ripley. The designated hitter, Josh Botkin. And the right fielder, Lucas Verndorn. Also playing first base but not batting for the Vikings will be number 12, William Pesh. And that is your starting lineups here for the Pelican Rapids Vikings. For the Brandon Evansville Chargers, 1, 2, and 3 is this junior center fielder, number 5, Carter White. The junior second baseman, number 1, Riley Perleyberg. And we are ready to go here in the top of the first inning here. They got things started a little bit quicker than I expected. But and we got to reset our scoreboard here from last night's game in Perham. So give me a moment here to do that. My apologies. I should have been on the ball and made sure that that was taken care of. My apologies once again. The batter here for Pelican Rapids is Jack Paulson. And that'll be the first out of the game as he strikes out.
Now batting shortstop, number 8, Luke Soley.
Much nicer here in Evansville than it was in Perham last night. It's about the same temperature, but the wind was ferocious last night in Perham. All right, our scoreboard is set and ready to go, and so are we now, finally. Thank you so much for bearing with me there. 2 balls and no strikes here to the batter, Luke Soley. And that pitch will come up high, and it's good for a ball. And they'll walk them. So the Vikings get their first runner on base here.
Batting now, catcher number 2, Ethan Zostrom.
Ethan Schustrom is the batter now here for the Pelican Rapids Vikings. Once again, the Vikings fell 10-1 in Game 1 and 12-0 in 6 innings in Game 2 of the doubleheader on the road against the Holly Nuggets last night here. The game that we had for you on Magnitude. We had 5 games for you on Magnitude last night. It was a busy night. Today, it's just this one single game on a Friday. Not a bad way to kick off the weekend with some Friday afternoon, late or early evening baseball here as a strike is put across the plate there. 0-2 to Schustrom. On deck is Esteban Garza. Once again, the runner on is Luke Soley, and this one's hit out towards Desmond White. He will throw it over to first, and the runner will make it. The runner will make base there as the throw comes a little bit short.
Third baseman number 6, Esteban Garza.
So I'll bring up Esteban Garza now with as they get the lead runner Soley at second out. So there's 2 away now. And Schustrom is on base. So that puts Schustrom on with a fielder's choice. 6-4 on the throw out at second. And the first pitch here to Garza is in for ball 1. There we go. I'll get a little bit wider view of the field there for you. 2-0 here to Garza, and now it's 3-0. And now there are 2 runners on here with a 4-pitch walk to Garza. That brings up McLean Hovland.
Number 1, McLean Horstad.
Or, I'm not sure what roster they have, but I did talk to the coach, and it is indeed Hovland, to the best of my knowledge anyway. So 2 runners on for Pelican Rapids here, and the first pitch comes across as a strike here to Hovland. Caden Holt is on deck if Hovland can reach base with 2 away here. Once again, Ethan Schustrom on second. Esteban Garza, the runner, on first here for the Vikings. And that one is hit into the gap into left field, and that is going to be at least a single. Rounding third is Schustrom. He's going to come in. There's going to be a play at the plate, and he is out at home. And that will end the first inning of play. They will strand a total of 2 on base. And we have no score here after 1 complete inning of play. We'll be back in just a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Stay tuned.
Do you need a computer but don't know where to start? Call the team at R&D Computers. They can help you select the right system for your computer usage needs, from basic to advanced. Do you have a computer but it's not working? Call the team at R&D Computers and you'll be up and running in no time. With over 40 years of experience in electronics technology, R&D Computers has the tools to do the job right. Call 320-762-1212 or learn more right now at rndcomputers.com. R&D Computers, 204 Main Street in Evansville.
I gotta get a bigger place. How do I buy a house?
First-time buyers are my specialty. I'll guide you through it.
You have questions, Carissa Haugen at RE/MAX Advantage Plus has answers. Call her today, 218-821-0292, or email Carissa Haugen at remax.net. Carissa Haugen at RE/MAX Advantage Plus. Carissa sells the Lakes area. All right, welcome back to Charger Field here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Mike Mason with you, hanging out, doing the play-by-play here for you on this matchup between the Chargers and the Vikings. And now we'll see the Chargers bring out the bats for the first time in this contest here. And I'll start with the junior Carter White. We'll also see the junior Riley Perlyberg and the senior Brady Perlyberg as the first 3 batters here for the Brendan Evansville's Chargers. Jaden Ripley's on the mound here for the Pelican Rapids Vikings. He'll be tossing them into the glove of catcher Ethan Schustrom. Around the bases, you got, I forgot how the coach told me to say it. Willem Pesh. Macklin Hovland at second base, Luke Soley at shortstop, Esteban Garza at third, and then in the outfield for the Vikings, you have Jack Paulson in center field, Lucas Verdorn in right field, and Caden Holt in left field here for the Pelican Rapids Vikings. And once again, stepping up to the plate for the Chargers is the junior Carter White.
Number 5, Carter White.
So we're 7 minutes into the ball game now here as the first pitch comes inside and low for a ball to Carter White, and it's 1-0. Once again, it's Jaden Ripley on the mound here for the Pelican Rapids Vikings. And another pitch coming in for a strike. That'll even things up at 1-1. Once again, broadcast coverage here today brought to you by our friends at RE/MAX Advantage Plus, along with Ripley's Inc. and Pelican Rapids, probably cheering on the Vikings today. And more sponsors to come here in the near future, but that's going to be a ground out to Snow. He ran it out. He ran it out. Thought for a moment there Hovland was going to get the passion time, but not going to happen, and he runs it out, and it's an infield hit for Carter White.
Second baseman, number 1, Riley Perlyberg.
So the first hit of the game comes 7 minutes in, and Riley Perlyberg now is a junior. He'll be the next batter here for the Chargers. So White will get a lead off on first as the pitch comes in for a strike on Perlyberg, and it's 0-1. Also want to thank R&D Computers, Leslie Ness Construction, Ness Backhoe Service, and Worldwide Hydraulics. Probably cheering on the Chargers here in this broadcast. Wish both of the teams in this game the best of luck. Here's a 1-2 bouncer out towards Soley, and he will struggle to pick it up. And that'll be an error.
Batting now, starting pitcher, number 25, Brady Perlyberg.
So 2 runners on now here for the Chargers, and it's Brady Perlyberg, the senior, who is the batter now here. And the pitch is out for a ball, 1-0. 6 pitches for Ripley now, 4 strikes, 2 balls according to my numbers. Ripley will look back at White on second, deliver the 1-0 pitch in for ball 2. And the 2-0 swung on, fouled it back, 2-1. It is mostly sunny and 58 degrees here in Evansville. Looking to stay in the upper 50s up until about 9 o'clock. So we shouldn't see anything less than about 57-ish, I'd say, during the course of this ball game here. 3-1 count here to Perlyberg. Runner goes, and now the snap throw up to third is a little bit off the mark, and it goes into left field. And here comes Carter White. He will race into home plate, and he will score standing up, and it's 1-0 Chargers. Pitch came across as a strike. It's a full count now here to Perlyberg, and it's a 1-0 lead for the Chargers. And it's a drop third strike. He'll toss it up to first to complete the out on the 2-3, and the runner will advance, and that is 1 out.
Batting now, shortstop, number 10, Desmond White.
All right, so runners on the corners now here for the Chargers, and this is Desmond White, a senior, stepping up to the plate here for Brandon Evansville. They lead 1-0 on a hit and an error by Pelican Rapids. That one fouled straight back and just to the left of my vehicle for strike 1. White will call time for a moment here. Now he's ready to go. Quick check on the runner, and that one hit right into left field, just past third base into shallow left. Coming in to score is Riley Perlyberg, and it's 2-0 on the RBI single that pushes Brady Perlyberg up to second.
Batting now, third baseman, number 12, Landon Sullivan.
So Desmond White will single out into left field. Puts another run across the plate here for Brandon Evansville, and Landon Sullivan, the batter now. Sullivan, a freshman here for the Chargers, down on the count 0-1. Ripley will take a glance over at first and wind and deliver. And this one chopped out over towards Garza at third. It's actually picked up there by Ripley, and he'll fire it over for the out. Back to now a play at third, and it's a double play, and that will end the first inning of play. They get 2 runs across the base, across the plate, and they leave 1 stranded on base. We'll take a break and be back in a moment here. 2-0 Chargers here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Stay tuned. The top of the second's next here on Magnitude Sports.
Nest Backhoe Inc. in Ashby, Minnesota can accommodate all your excavating and demolition needs. Do you need a sewer line steamed? The team at Nest Backhoe Inc. are also state-certified septic systems experts. Whether it's a warm summer day or a brisk, snowy spring morning, Nest Backhoe Inc. will complete your project while providing great work at a fair price. Learn more by searching Nest Backhoe Inc. on Facebook or call 218-747-2200. Nest Backhoe Inc., 11468 State Highway 78 in Ashby.
Ripley's Inc. we do precision work. Join the elite team and start a new career at Ripley's of Earhart, where you can earn while you learn. Training is provided for qualified applicants. We're currently looking for laborers, skilled backhoe or dozer operators. Labor positions start at $22 to $25 per hour. Skilled positions pay based on experience. Call today for an immediate interview, 218-842-8322, or apply online at ripleysInc.com. Ripley's Inc., when only the best will do. Welcome back. One complete, 2-0 lead here for the Brandon Evansville Chargers over the Pelican Rapids Vikings. Brady Perlyberg on the mound. It will be tossing pitch 17. And pitch 17 comes in for ball 1 on 16 pitches, 8 balls, 8 strikes, according to my numbers. Caden Holt is the batter here for the Pelican Rapids Vikings. Bryce Froman is behind the plate, catching. He's a freshman here. Swing and a miss for a strike. It's 1-1. Around the bases, you have Riley Perlyberg at second, Desmond White at shortstop, Landon Sullivan at third, as that one's fouled off for strike 2. Lucas Fuller in left field. Kean Gackle in right, and Carter White in straightaway center. And the pitch is high for a ball. They'll even up the count at 2-2. And swing and a miss for a Tommy's Express Car Wash strikeout, the first one of the game for Brady Perlyberg. And now we'll see a pitcher versus pitcher battle here as Jaden Ripley will step up to the plate here for the Vikings. Got a little bit of a shadow over home plate here. Swing and a miss, strike 1 here for Ripley. Once again, the ball strike split. Anything that is not a ball or a hit by a pitch goes into the ball, or let's try it again. A ball and hit by pitches go into the ball category. Everything else goes into the strike category. So on 23 pitches, it's 13 strikes and 10 balls, and now you can make that another strikeout. And that's two away on back-to-back strikeouts here for Brady Perlyberg on the Tommy's Express Car Wash strikeout counter. And now he'll try and get the next one here against Josh Bakken. First pitch to Bakken comes in for a ball. It's 1-0. And a strike is called there to even up at 1-1. I'm looking at my lineup card to see if I wrote down the name pronunciation for the Chargers first baseman. I thought I did, but I apparently didn't. And there's another strikeout for Perlyberg. And that ends the top of the second. 3 batters up, 3 of them strike out. And it remains 2-0 here in favor of the Brandon Evansville Chargers as we complete 1.5 here on Magnitude Sports. We'll be back in just a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Stay tuned.
Leslie Ness Construction, LLC employs the staff that you can trust. They've been providing construction and remodeling services since 2012. Located in Brandon, Minnesota. They also provide service to Alexandria, Battle Lake, Deer Creek, Detroit Lakes, Fergus Falls, Frazee, Moorhead, New York Mills, Pelican Rapids, and several other towns across west central Minnesota. Give them a call today, 320-760-8554. Leslie Ness Construction, 15138 Edgefield Road, Northwest in Brandon.
All right, first pitch here to Kean Gackel, a senior, is in for ball one. And now we got a quick 2-0 count here to Kean Gackel. Ripley now on 17 pitches, 11 of them found the strike zone. 19 minutes into the ball game here with nobody gone in the top or in the bottom half of the second. Now he's hit by a pitch, and Gackel will reach base, and now bring up Bryce Fromming.
Now batting, catcher number 9, Bryce Fromming.
I'll move Lucas Fuller into the on-deck circle here for the Chargers, and Fromming will face pitch 19 here from Ripley. 2-0 lead, so Chargers get 2 in the bottom of the first, and that's all the scoring so far. Now he's going to square up, and he'll lay a nice bunt down the third base side. It's picked up there by Garza, and over to first. They got it in time for the out. So a bunt out there on the 5-3 if you're scoring at home, and that will bring up the next batter here, Lucas Fuller.
Number 13, Lucas Fuller.
And the batter on deck will be announced by the PA announcer, and then I'll announce him. Tried to ask a couple parents and couldn't quite get a name pronunciation on that. I did talk to the coach, and I forgot what he told me. So here's Ripley with the pitch, and that will miss for a ball, just barely though, and it's 1-0. Fuller Jr. for the Chargers. I want to say thanks to Activities Director Trent for allowing us to come out here and broadcast the game today here between the Vikings and the Chargers. 1-0, and that pitch is high and out, and a 2-0, and a nice job there by Schustrom to make sure that Gackel stays on second base. So 2-0 count here to Fuller. And the 2-0 pitch is low into the dirt, and it hit him, and that will be a hit by a pitch. Now put 2 runners on base.
Batting now, first baseman number 2, Colton Breikritz.
Colton Breikritz, there we go. That is indeed what the coach told me too, and I couldn't remember what he told me. So bright lights and crits, bright crits. There we go. We got it now. Bright crits. Colton Breikritz. Say if you say a name 21 times, you'll remember it. Well, I'm not going to bother you with 21 attempts at that name, but 3 or 4 will suffice. 1-0. Ripley delivers a pitch down the middle for a strike, and it's 1-1. So it's a nice day out here today, 58 degrees, mostly sunny sky. Right now the wind is out of the north to the south at about 9 miles per hour. That's about 30 miles per hour cooler than it was in our game between the Perham Yellow Jackets and the DGF Rebels last night. And talked to one of our guys who was out in Hawley. He said it was pretty chilly out there as well between the Vikings and the Nuggets. So 1-1 pitch will come in signed for ball 2 here to Breikritz.
To bring the thing. A chair.
2-1 pitch, and that one's fouled off and off to the over my right shoulder there for strike 2. 22 minutes into the game, 2-0 lead, 2-2 count, 1 away, 2 runners on here. Lucas Fuller on first and Kean Gackel on second here for the Chargers. Pitch is inside, misses for ball 3, and we have our first full count of the game. Comes 23 minutes in. Carter White is on deck, and if he can reach base here without a double play happening, that'll flip us back to the top of the order here for Brandon Evansville. Payoff pitch, and this one, a short hopper right over to third, and the throw over there is in time, and that's out number 2. Runners will advance to second and third, though. And that'll bring up Carter White, leadoff hitter. So Gackel up to third, Fuller up to second. First base is open. Carter White's the batter. Second time up to the plate. He singled Last time he was at the plate into shallow right where the grass meets the sand. This one going out to center field there. Paulson tracks it down and completes the second inning of play. So they leave 2 stranded on base, and we go now to the third. The fly out by Carter White will bring up for the Vikings. Batters 9-1 and 2. Lucas Verdorn, Jack Paulson, Luke Soley. The batters when we return after this here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
There's no question that yield is at the core of everything we do at Stein. It's why we are here today, and it's what will continue to propel us and our growers into the future of agriculture. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans provide a significant dollar per acre yield benefit, plus access to the best weed control in the industry. That is yield plus results. Yield expected, yield delivered. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans have yield.
Welcome back to complete here in a 2-0 lead for the Chargers over the Pelican Rapids Vikings. It's Lucas Verdorn, the batter. First pitch will miss for ball 1. So through 2 innings of play, no runs, no hits. No hits on no Brandon Evansville errors, and 2 left on base. And for the Chargers, 2 runs on 1 hit and 2 Pelican Rapids errors and 2 left on base. 27 minutes into the ball game now, 1-1 here to Verdorn. Wind up from Perleyberg and just missed. I thought for sure that was a strike, but it's not. It's 2-1. Perleyberg will try again, swing and a miss, strike 2. That'll even up the count there. And now we got a strike, ball, strike in that order on the 4 pitches so far here between Perleyberg and Verdorn. Once again, Perleyberg on the mound, Fromming catching. You got Brightkritz at first base, and a strikeout there. That's his 4th or 5th of the game now. The Tommy's Express Car Wash strikeout counter tells us it's his 4th. And he struck out all 3 batters in the top of the 2nd. So now he struck out 4 batters in a row here. In this one, grounder right over towards 2nd. Picked up by Riley Perleyberg over to Brightkritz for the out. That's now number 2. So it's a 4-3 ground out.
Number 8, Luke Soley.
And now Luke Soley, 0 for 0. He was walked last time he was at the plate. And a strike is called. That one will miss for a ball. Now the count's even at 1-1. Once again, Soley walked last time he was at the plate. Ethan Schustrom is on deck. Perleyberg on pitch 38. And that's high and in for ball 2. Two on count. Once again, 58 degrees, mostly sunny. Wind out of the north going to the south at about 8 miles per hour. And there's strike 2. Broadcast coverage brought to you by our friends at R&D Computers, along with Remax Advantage Plus agent Carissa Haugen, Ripley's Inc., Leslie Nuss Construction, Running Stein Seed, Nuss Backhoe Service, and Worldwide Hydraulics. Thank you so much for being big supporters of your respective teams here on this broadcast tonight on Magnitude Sports. Full count now, 3-2 here to Luke Soley for the Vikings, and we'll see if Perleyberg will get him to swing and miss, and that is 5 batters in a row that Brady Perleyberg has struck out. And that will do it for the top half of the 3rd. The last 6 batters for the Vikings, strikeout, 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 strikeout. Brady Perleyberg is hot right now on the mound. We'll see if that continues, but first, the Chargers will bring out the bats when we return, and it'll be Riley Perleyberg who will be batting when we come back here in a moment on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned. Worldwide Hydraulics offers hydraulic components, hydraulic distribution, hydraulic assembly, factory OEM direct component kits, and hydraulic fish house components. Based in Evansville, they have the largest hydraulic selection with the best industry knowledge in the west central Minnesota region. Visit worldwidehydraulics.com or call 218-948-2067 to speak with one of the friendly and knowledgeable team members today at Worldwide Hydraulics, 2629 County Road 82 Northwest in Evansville. All right, welcome back. Charger Field here in Evansville, Minnesota, as the Brandon Evansville Chargers have a 2-0 lead over the Pelican Rapids Vikings. Want to say thanks to our friends at Tommy's Express Car Wash with multiple locations across the Fargo-Moorhead area, sponsoring every single home run and every single strikeout here, no matter the matchup here on Magnitude Sports over the spring sports season for baseball and softball. This pitch is up high for a ball. Riley Perlyberg is the batter. He reached base on an error last time he was at the plate. 1-0. 31 minutes into the broadcast already, and now Jaden Ripley is on his 31st pitch. And that's in for a strike. It's 1-1. Hopefully you can see the batter with the shadow over home plate there. Can see everybody else just fine. This one ripped out over towards Soley at short. He'll fire it over and miss the throw. That throw is off the mark. That'll be an error charged to the shortstop Soley. And a runner on base as a result.
Now batting, starting pitcher, number 25, Brady Perlyberg.
Third error of the game. All three of them to the shortstop. Brady Perlyberg, he reached base on a drop third strike last time he was at the plate. That pitch comes in low for ball one. Many ways to reach base, but of all the drop third strikes, about 2 out of 50 actually reach base. So you saw one of those 50 here on this broadcast already. And that one's hit well to right field, but it's also foul. Good for a strike, 1-1. And a strike is tossed there, 1-2. Once again, Riley Perlyberg is the runner on second. Ripley will look at Perlyberg and now deliver the pitch, and he got a piece of it. As a result, he'll stay alive at the plate at the 1-2 count. Nobody out, runner in scoring position here for the Chargers in a 2-0 game. They have one hit on 3 Pelican Rapids areas. They've left 2 on base so far. I know it says 3, but it probably promise you it's 2 there. That pitch will miss to even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Once again, broadcast coverage brought to you by our friends at Remax Advantage Plus. Agent Carissa Haugen selling the Lakes area along with Ripley Zink, Stein Seeds, and Runnings. And this one will be a hit out into right field. It'll sneak by the second baseman, and rounding third comes Riley Perlyberg, and he will score, and it's 3-0 on an RBI single for Brady Perlyberg. So,
batting now, shortstop, number 10, Desmond White.
Perlyberg bats in Perlyberg. Say that 3 times fast. Desmond White now singled on a line drive shot into left field last time he was at the plate. Right in front, looks like he's squaring up for a possible bunt, and now Ripley will step off and everybody will reset. White looks like he's squaring up again. They'll try the pick-off attempt there on Brady Perleyberg at first. See if I can't. Nope, that's as far as I can come out on the zoom, so. There you go. Got them both. So still no pitches here to Desmond White. That changes now. High for ball one. Once again, White, he singled on a line shot over the third baseman into left field last time he was at the plate. 2 in the first, 1 in the third, so they've not scored in any of the even innings yet. That one high and out. Nice job there by Schustrom to keep it in front of him. Throw up to second, and Brady Perleyberg is safe. Two balls, no strikes as Perleyberg takes second base. And that one's also high, and it's a quick 3-0 count now here to Desmond White. So we'll see if Ripley will cash in his free strike coupon here on this 3-0 count, as White will not be swinging unless his coach has something unique in mind. Ripley staring down the runner on second, and White will walk on 4 pitches. So now runners on first and second. And I bring up Landon Sullivan.
Ready now, third baseman, number 12, Landon Sullivan.
Landon Sullivan grounded out to the third baseman on a 5-3 last time he was at the plate. Now we're going to have a visit to the mound here as the Pelican Rapids coach will come out and chit-chat a little bit. And it looks like it's going to be nothing more than a quick visit. So we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back here on Magnitude Sports. Worldwide Hydraulics offers hydraulic components, hydraulic distribution, hydraulic assembly, factory OEM direct component kits, and hydraulic fish house components. Based in Evansville, they have the largest hydraulic selection with the best industry knowledge in the west central Minnesota region. Visit worldwidehydraulics.com or call 218-948-2067 to speak with one of the friendly and knowledgeable team members today at Worldwide Hydraulics, 2629 County Road 82 Northwest in Evansville. All right, visit to the mound is over, and we'll see if that visit will produce any strikes here against Landon Sullivan, the freshman. Second trip to the plate. On his first trip, he grounded out to third. 3-0 as the Chargers score 2 in the bottom of the first. They've tacked on 1 so far here in the third, looking for more with nobody out. Ripley will look over at Perleyberg on second, deliver the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. A snap throw back up to second. The ball goes into center field. Perleyberg will head over to third. And White will stay put at first, so they'll put runners on the corners now. So Perleyberg will advance on the throw. Nobody out, runners on the corners, no balls, 1 strike, as that last pitch came across as a strike to Sullivan. Perleyberg will stare down the runner on first. And now he'll try the pickoff at first, but back in time is White, no problem. Take a look at our upcoming broadcast schedule at magnitudesn.com. That's Magnitude S as in sports and N as in network, magnitudesn.com. Find out who's playing who and when. Square up, pulls it back, pitches a strike, throw up to second, and now the throw back home on the double steal attempt, and he's out at home. And that is out number 1. Takes a runner off base, but White does advance to second on the double steal, but they do not get the run. And that's good news if you're a Pelican Rapids fan. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now here to Landon Sullivan after all that's done. And the pitch inside, ball 2, we're even. 46 pitches for Ripley now, 22 balls and 24 strikes according to my numbers. The pitch, and that one, early swing, and a nice catch by the third base coach there for the Chargers. That's a well-deserved unofficial strike two, as he's already at a two-strike count. He'll earn himself one more pitch on this at bat. On deck here is Kean Gackel. Ripley will deliver, and he'll get a piece of that, and he'll earn himself yet another pitch, and he'll remain right where it's at 2-2. We're 40 minutes into the ball game now, and this will be pitch number, let's see, strike, ball, fouled away. This will be pitch number 7 of the at-bat here between Ripley and Sullivan. And he'll foul this one at the plate, and that'll be pitch number 8 coming up here. So he's fouled away the last 3 of 7, I should say. And he'll face pitch number 50 here from Ripley now on this at-bat. So the count stays at 2-2. A runner on second is Desmond White. And now they'll try and pick him off, but White slides back in safely, no problem at all. Ripley took a couple looks at him before he spun that direction to throw it. Now shadows creeping out over towards the pitcher's mound here. Hopefully we can see everybody here in the next half inning or so. And that one will land as a base hit into center field. Rounding third is Desmond White. He will come in standing to make it 4-0 in favor of the Chargers, and sliding into second is Sullivan. So he'll get credit for an RBI.
Batting now, right fielder, number 11, Kean Gackel.
So that's 4-0 Chargers. And the 50th pitch of the game goes into center field to allow a run, and Landon Sullivan on second. Kean Gackel now, a senior who's hit by a pitch last time he was at the plate. Ripley looks back at second on 2 occasions. Now he'll wind and deliver, and he'll throw it in low for a ball. It's 1-0 here to Kean Gackel. On deck is Bryce Fromming.
Yeah.
1 out. If no double plays happen, we'll see Fromming next for sure. 1-0 pitch here from Ripley is on the way. He'll look back at second there for Sullivan on a second occasion. Now deliver, and it's low for ball 2. Ripley will adjust his hat, step back up onto the mound, and lean in, get the signal here from Schustrom, and he'll accept it. Now he'll take a glance back at Sullivan on second. He's really staring him down, and he tried to catch the edge of the plate, but missed, and it's ball 3. So now a 3-0 count to Kean Gackel, and we'll see if Ripley will cash in his free strike coupon here. Once again, it is very unlikely that Gackel will be swinging on this pitch. It'll either be ball 4 or he'll take the first strike. And it'll be ball 4. And that'll put 2 runners on base now here for the Chargers, and they'll bring up Bryce Fromming.
Batting now, catcher number 9, Bryce Fromming.
Grounded out on a bunt to the third baseman for a 5-3 throw out at first. Last time he was at the plate. He'll face pitch 55 from Ripley here in the bottom of the third, and a 4-0 lead for the Brandon Evansville Chargers. And the pitch. Fouled back, and it's good for strike 1.
No, I don't know where it went. Someone else is getting it.
And the pitch. And that one will escape into the backstop. Taking off for third is Sullivan. Up to second goes Gackel. And both base runners move 90 feet into scoring position. Ball 1, and the count's 1-1 here to Fromming. Once again, mercy rules do apply. 15 runs after 4 or 10 after 5 if we should get to that situation here. Right now, 4-0 in the third. Likely the first of those 2 options will not occur. 2 in the first, 2 in the third, none in the second here for the Chargers. That one right up over my head and fouled away for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The count now here to Fromming. Once again, Lucas Fuller is on deck.
There was somebody going to get it.
1 ball, 2 strikes. That one hit well to right field, and he cannot get it. Lucas Verdorn tried to get it out in right field there, but he will be unsuccessful, and that will land for likely a base hit. Coming in to score is Landon Sullivan. It's 5-0 now, and stopping at third is Gackle. Check that, 2-run score. And it's 6-0 as Sullivan and Gackle score. It's Bryce Fromming stopping at third.
Batting now, left fielder number 13, Lucas Fuller.
And they will indeed count that as a hit, and I agree with that. We'll call that a triple to right field, scoring both Sullivan and Gackle, and it's 6-0 now. Looks like we'll have a courtesy runner on third here for Bryce Fromming. He's not wearing a jersey, so I'm not sure who it is. One away, runner on third, and the pitch. And he missed it for a ball, 1-0. 45 minutes in, this is going to be pitch 60 for Jaden Ripley. He's looking to bunt, and a nice bunt hit down the third base side. It's picked up by Ripley. He'll turn around, but there's nobody at first. And a sac bunt will score Fromming from third, and it's 7-0.
Adding now, first baseman number 2, Colton Breikritz.
So now a runner on first with 1 out. And the 5th hit of the game, and suddenly it's a 5-run bottom of the third, and they're still looking for potentially more here with 1 out. Colton Breikritz. And the pickoff attempt at first. Fuller's back in time, no problem there. Once again, broadcast coverage brought to you by our friends at Running, Stein Seed, Ripley Zinc, Remax Advantage Plus agent Carissa Haugen selling the Lakes area. Throw up to second is not in time. It goes into center field, and now taking off for third is Fuller, and he's in standing, no problem. So get credit for the stolen base, and then he'll advance to third on the throw. And he moves 180 feet in one play. Pitch came across as a ball. It's 1-0 to Breikritz. Breikritz 0 for 1. He grounded out to the pitcher on a 1-3 last time he was at the plate. I believe it was on a bunt, if memory serves me correctly. And the pitch. And got it in there for a strike, even at 1-1 now. Broadcast coverage is also brought to you by our friends at Worldwide Hydraulics, Ness Backhoe Service, R&D Computers, and Leslie Ness Construction. Thank you so much for your support of today's broadcast. Appreciate it. And now it is 2-1 here to Colton Breikritz. Fuller threatening to make it 8-0 here. If Breikritz can find a pitch that he likes, he'll take strike 2 there looking. Ball strike on the 4 pitches here from Ripley to Breikritz. And that one's a little bit high and in, and it is going to be a ball. Ball 3 in a full count here. If the shadow gets too much worse, I can make an adjustment to try and brighten it up a little bit here for you. We'll look at that during the next opportunity. Tip foul, caught, and he's out. That's out number 2.
Batting now, center fielder number 5, Carter White.
So 2 away now. First pitch here to Carter White comes across for a strike, and it's 0-1. as we move back to the top of the order once again here for the Chargers. White tried to check his swing, but did so unsuccessfully. Now he's down on the count 0-2. Okay, let's take a look here. See if I can't make that a little bit easier to see. Well, we'll wait till this play is over. Grounded out towards Hovland at second. Fires it over to Pesh at first, and that will take care of the third inning of play. We leave one stranded on base, so we'll just leave our runners on base where it's at because they were one ahead, and now it's right on. It's 7-0 after the Chargers get 5 here in the bottom of the third. We'll be back in a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
The next 3 up for the Vikings.
Do you need a computer but don't know where to start? Call the team at R&D Computers. They can help you select the right system for your computer usage needs, from basic to advanced. Do you have a computer but it's not working? Call the team at R&D Computers and you'll be up and running in no time. With over 40 years of experience in electronics technology, R&D Computers has the tools to do the job right. Call 320-762-1212 or learn more right now at rndcomputers.com. R&D Computers, 204 Main Street in Evansville.
I gotta get a bigger place. How do I buy a house?
First-time buyers are my specialty. I'll guide you through it.
You have questions, Carissa Haugen at RE/MAX Advantage Plus has answers. Call her today, 218-821-0292, or email Carissa Haugen at remax.net. Carissa Haugen at RE/MAX Advantage Plus. Carissa sells the Lakes area. All right, welcome back. Ethan Schustrom is the batter. Maybe between the commercial break, I'll go help the PA announcer out with that one there. Tried to brighten it up just a little bit, but if I brighten it up any more, it'd be absolutely unviewable. So we'll just leave it at that tint there and apologize that Mother Nature's making it difficult. Quick, no balls and 2-strike count here to Schustrom. And the pitch is back and foul for a strike, unofficial strike. It remains 0-2. Nobody out here in the top of the fourth. Pitch 45 coming up from Brady Perlyberg. And the pitch is, did he check his swing? That's the question. And he did, and it's going to be ball 1. Strike, fouled away, and a ball in that order on 4 pitches so far. Now it's through the legs of Fromming, but nobody on base for the Vikings to take advantage of that, and it's ball 2. Nobody on base right now, so we'll focus on that part of the field. And the pitch, and that one's hit out into right field, and that will land for a base hit. Schustrom's rounding first, he's gonna head to second. And he'll put on the brakes there. He's got himself a double.
Batting now, third baseman, number 6, Esteban Garza.
So nice hit there by Ethan Schustrom. Earns himself 2 bases on that hit. Esteban Garza now 0 for 0. He was walked last time he was at the plate. That strike is thrown there. 0-1. I went to the gas station. You can actually see the gas station in our camera if you look off into left center field. And the cashier is like, sorry, I don't have much available as far as snacks. Like, I had 2 baseball teams come in and wipe me out. I'm like, oh, I bet I know which baseball team that was. 1-1 the count. So I did get a snack. I ended up getting one of those peanut butter Nutrageous bars or whatever they're called. 2-2 the count now here to Esteban Garza. And that one is hit over towards the shortstop. He'll fire it over to first. He delivers the strike into the glove of Bright Kritz, excuse me. And Desmond White to Bright Kritz will complete the 6-3 ground out. Schustrom will advance to third, and now he's 90 feet away from potentially putting the Vikings on the board here in a 7-0 ball game. We'll see if he can complete that 90-foot trip that he needs to make to get the Vikings on the board. 1 ball, no strikes. McLean Hovland, the batter. 1-0. And nice hit right field, but it drifts foul. Can the first baseman catch up to it? No, he cannot. He'll drop for a strike. It's 1-1. One the count. Got in there for strike 2. Nice pitch there by Perleyberg. Threw it right down the middle and got himself an easy strike. And the 1-2 from Perleyberg. On that one, I'm not sure. It must have hit Hovland as he's taken off for first now.
Batting now, left fielder, number 23, Caden Holt.
I wasn't sure if it hit him or the bat after it kind of popped up and rainbowed into the backstop. Perleyberg, after retiring 6 in a row in the top of the second and top of the third, looking to get back to his strikeout ways here, and he will not get a strike there. It'll be ball 1 to Caden Holt. He did strike out Caden Holt last time he was at the plate, though. He was part of that 6 in a row. And he tipped it foul. It's 1-1. Once again, Ethan Schustrom on first. The pickoff throw. And now we have a rundown here between first and second. And now Schustrom's threatening to come home. They're calling the runner at third out, and now the Pelican Rapids coach wants some answers. Time is going to be called as the home plate umpire is going to go share some of his thoughts with the Pelican Rapids coach here on why they called the runner out at third. There is 2 outs on the board pending the outcome of that conversation. Maybe it'll be 1 out, but and the count right now to Caden Holt sits at 1 ball, 1 strike. So, home plate umpire. We'll see if he's satisfied with the explanation he gets or not. I think what they're saying is Schustrom left the base path. Wow, that's hard to say. Base path. And if a runner does that, it is indeed an out. Runner has to stay on the, as we scroll over there, you see the line coming from third to home. He has to stay on the left side of that line. If Schustrom comes on the right side of that line,
no,
it is an out.
No.
Because he would leave the base path.
No.
So 2 outs, runner no longer on third. 1 ball, 1 strike the count.
Just because I died, it doesn't mean it's weird.
pickoff attempt on first there, but Hovland's back in time. So now there's 2 outs on the board. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Caden Holt. And that runner who is 90 feet away from scoring is now no longer. And now Hovland's going to get an easy trip to second. Will he go more than that? No, he will not. Ball 2 is the call as Hovland makes it up to second on the wild pitch. 2 balls and a strike now here to Holt. If Holt can reach base, it's Jaden Ripley on deck. And that one's popped up, and that could be right off to my right. Thought for a moment I'd have a chance to catch it, but it's not. And it'll result in strike 2. Perleyberg will back on Hovland on second, deliver the pitch, a little bouncer out towards Desmond White. He'll fire it across to first, and no, he dropped the ball. And we'll see if they charge that as an error on the first baseman or not. They might, and they do, yep.
Starting pitcher, number 22, Jaden Ripley.
So Caden Holt will advance on an error. Charge to the first baseman. Hovland will advance to third on that same error. And we have runners on the corners now here for the Vikings. And now with 2 outs, Hovland is now 90 feet away from potentially getting the Vikings on the board. And this is Jaden Ripley, 0 for 1. Struck out window shopping last time he was at the plate. And he will take ball 1 here, 1-0. We reached the 1 hour mark of the ball game now, 1 hour and 1 minute to be exact. 2 away here in the top of the 4th. A 7-0 ball game, swing and a miss, strike 1, and Holt looked like he was going to take off, but he will stay put at first. Just a little bit so you can catch every base. That pitch is a strike, so it's 1 ball and 2 strikes now here to Jaden Ripley. Josh Bakken is on deck. Swing and a miss, and that is his first strikeout in I think 6 batters. He retired 6 in a row, and then it took 6 more batters for him to strike out the 7th one. We go to the middle of the 4th now here as it remains 7-0, and they strand 2 on base. The Vikings do for a total of 4 now in the game. And we'll be back here as we're halfway home in this one at the 1 hour, 2 minute mark in the ball game. We'll be back in just a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
Do you need a computer but don't know where to start? Call the team at R&D Computers. They can help you select the right system for your computer usage needs, from basic to advanced. Do you have a computer but it's not working? Call the team at R&D Computers and you'll be up and running in no time. With over 40 years of experience in electronics technology, R&D Computers has the tools to do the job right. Call 320-762-1212 or learn more right now at rndcomputers.com. R&D Computers, 204 Main Street in Evansville.
Nest Backhoe Inc. in Ashby, Minnesota can accommodate all your excavating and demolition needs. Do you need a sewer line steamed? The team at Nest Backhoe Inc. are also state-certified septic systems experts. Whether it's a warm summer day or a brisk, snowy spring morning, Nest Backhoe Inc. will complete your project while providing great work at a fair price. Learn more by searching Nest Backhoe Inc. on Facebook or call 218-747-2200. Nest Backhoe Inc., 11468 State Highway 78 in Ashby.
Ripley's Inc. We do precision work. Join the elite team and start a new career at Ripley's of Earhart, where you can earn while you learn. Training is provided for qualified applicants. We're currently looking for laborers, skilled backhoe or dozer operators. Labor positions start at $22 to $25 per hour. Skilled positions pay based on experience. Call today for an immediate interview, 218-842-8322, or apply online at ripleys.com. Ripley's Inc., when only the best will do. All right, welcome back. Riley Perleyberg is the batter. He's reached base twice, both times on errors of the shortstop. And he'll take the first pitch here for a strike on this at-bat. It's his 3rd trip to the plate as we're 1 batter into the top of the lineup here. Batters 2, 3, and 4 for the Chargers is who we'll see for sure here in the home half of the 4th. And that one will skip in for ball one. So 1 ball and 1 strike here to Riley Perlyberg. And then we got Brady Perlyberg and Desmond White this inning as well. Jaden Ripley now still on the mound. This pitch that he's about to toss here at the 1 hour, 4 minute mark is pitch number 73, and it's in for ball 2.
Her phone doesn't shut off like the tablet does.
And the 2-1 pitch from Ripley. And that one's hit. Line drive right into the glove of Soley at shortstop, and that's out number 1. Nice alertness there from Luke
Now
Soley.
batting, starting pitcher number 25, Brady Perlyberg.
I don't know, sometimes those are my favorite plays, where it's a line drive to the third baseman, shortstop, second baseman, or first baseman. Outside of a home run, I'm not sure if I enjoy anything more than a line drive out into the glove of a positional player. 1 away. And that pitch will just miss to the outside. It's ball 1 now here to Brady Perlyberg. Doesn't matter which team performs it. I enjoy it equally. 75 pitches now for Ripley, 34 balls and 41 strikes. And that pitch will drop in low. It's ball 2. 1 hour and 5 minutes into the ball game. Once again, broadcast coverage brought to you by Leslie Ness Construction, R&D Computers, Ness Backhoe Service, and Worldwide Hydraulics, proudly cheering on the Chargers here in this broadcast against the Pelican Rapids Vikings. 3 balls and no strikes now here to Brady Perlyberg, who's 1 for 2. Reached on a drop third strike, and then he would single over the head of the second baseman into right center field. Takes the strike here on the 3-0 count to make it 3-1. Broadcast coverage also brought to you by our friends at RE/MAX Advantage Plus. Agent Carissa Haugen. Carissa selling the Lakes area. Ripley's Inc., Stein Seeds, and Runnings. RE/MAX Advantage Plus and Ripley's proudly cheering on the Pelican Rapids Vikings here in this broadcast. 3 balls and 2 strikes and a payoff pitch here for Ripley on pitch 80. And he'll walk him. Runner on first, and Perlyberg had no hesitation. He knew that was ball 4, and he took off and opened up the batter's box for Desmond White, who's 1 for 1. Line drive, single into left field over the third baseman, and then last time he stepped up to the plate, he was walked. He'll face off against pitch number 81 here from Ripley. Ripley's given up 7 runs on 5 hits, as his team has allowed 3 errors, and he's stranded 3 Chargers runners on base so far. Tried to pick off there on Perlyberg. That's Brady at first base, but he's back in time. Once again, 1 away here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. 7 innings for sure. 8 or more if needed. Unless Brandon Evansville scores a few more runs here, it's possible they could end this in the 5th. Perlyberg will take second base on that play there. Pitch comes across high for a ball, and high and out for a ball, and it's 1-0 here to Desmond White. Landon Sullivan is the batter on deck here for the Chargers. Ripley looking back a couple times at the runner on second, delivers high and out for ball 2. I see their adjustment made the shadow a little bit easier to see through, so I'm happy about that. What I'm seeing on my monitor should be the same thing you're seeing at home. So 2-0, and he'll get a piece of that one. Foul it back for 2-1. Once again, I say thanks to each of the sponsors for making this broadcast possible. We certainly appreciate your support and hope to see you back on future games here, whether you're a sponsor for the Vikings or a sponsor for the Chargers. 2-1 the count now here. 1 away and 1 runner on. And Ripley will look back at that runner on second. On a second occasion, now he delivers. And it's fouled back and just barely stayed in the ballpark as it hit the very top of the backstop. And it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes as a result. And that one's hit well. A little scoop shot up into center field, and it'll drop for a base hit, and it'll sneak by Verdorn. Verdorn will quickly pick it up, and now Perlyberg advances to third as Desmond White will get on with a single.
Number 12, Landon Sullivan.
So you have runners on first and third now, as White will single out into shallow right field. Actually, they charge that as an error on the scoreboard here, so we'll reverse that and charge it as an error to the right fielder. Run down here between first and second. And now he'll threaten, he'll look home, and that'll keep the runners right where they're at first and third. So the double steal attempt does not end up as a successful double steal attempt here for the Chargers, but we'll see if they try again or not. Still no pitches here to Landon Sullivan. He's 1 for 2. Grounded out to the shortstop, and then he doubled into center field last time he was at the plate. Ripley will look at first, and now he'll try the pickoff at first, and that will keep White close to the base. He didn't have a large leadoff that particular time. And that one's fouled back. And makes a hop over the one vehicle that was in its way. Oh, and 1 to count now here to Sullivan. 1 hour and 11 minutes into the ball game now. Sullivan will step back in. White will get a small lead off. Perlyberg on third. And now the throw home and the play at the plate, and he's out at home. And that will allow Desmond White to move to second, puts the second out on the board. I believe the pitch came across as a ball, but they haven't made a decision on the scoreboard yet. We'll see if the umpire gives us any confirmation on the count. (4-2) on the throw out at home, and this one's heading to right field. And getting underneath it there is Lucas Verdorn for the third out, and we are done with the 4th inning. They leave 1 stranded on base. They leave that runner Desmond White on second in scoring position. And after 4 complete, it remains 7-0 here in favor of the Brandon Evansville Chargers here on the Magnitude Sports Network. We'll be back in just a moment. Stay tuned.
The next 3 up for the Vikings.
Leslie Ness Construction, LLC employs a staff that you can trust. They've been providing construction and remodeling services since 2012, located in Brandon, Minnesota. They also provide service to Alexandria, Battle Lake, Deer Creek, Detroit Lakes, Fergus Falls, Frazee, Moorhead, New York Mills, Pelican Rapids, and several other towns across west central Minnesota. Give them a call today, 320-760-8554. Leslie Ness Construction, 15138 Edgefield Road, Northwest in Brandon.
All right, welcome back here. It's 7-0 after 4 complete in favor of the Brandon Evansville Chargers. Pelican Rapids Vikings have come close on so many occasions this year, but they still are looking for their first win. They've had a couple tight games over the course of the season, but couldn't quite come out on the right side of the scoreboard, and right now they are trailing and looking for a couple of big innings here to get themselves back into this game and maybe in a position to win it. We'll see. Josh Botkin is the batter. We'll see Lucas Verdorn and Jack Paulson this inning as well. It's batters 8, 9, and 1 for the Pelican Rapids Vikings here in the top of the 5th. That pitch comes across for a ball, and it's 1-0 here. Perlyberg still on the mound here for the Chargers. This one fouled off first base side, and it's 1-1. Once again, it's still 58 degrees. That's the temperature we were at first pitch. That one's fouled off and out of play. So we haven't moved up. We haven't moved down as far as the temperature is concerned. The wind has calmed down a little bit. At first pitch, it was to the south at 9, and right now it's to the south at 6 miles per hour. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ball, pair to fouled away pitches, another ball, and now this was ball 3, and we have a full count. 70 pitches for Perlberg. 42 of them have found the strike zone. Here's a 2-2 pitch. And there's strike 3. That's his, I believe his 7th strikeout of the ball game.
Batting now, right fielder, number 9, Lucas Verdorn.
Lucas Verdorn, the right fielder here for the Vikings, will step up to the plate. He was a victim of a strikeout looking last time he was at the plate. Perlberg winds up and now bunt and right back to Perlberg, and that is an easy catch for an out on number 2. Verdorn couldn't get that bunt down to the ground. He popped it up, and Perlberg had no problem snagging that one out of the air. So soft pop out to the pitcher. I'll bring up Jack Paulson now. 2 away. It's a 1-2 inning so far here for the Vikings. We'll see if Paulson can reach base, and if he can, we'll see Luke Soley next. Swing and a miss on a pitch that went upstairs, and it's all 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away. 7-0 here in favor of the Chargers. Pitch 75 is grounded out just past a diving Desmond White into shallow center field. And it'll result in a base hit and a runner on base here for the Vikings.
Batting now, shortstop, number 8, Luke Soley.
Luke Soley 0 for 1, walk and struck out swinging on his 2 trips to the plate in that order. Now he's got a teammate on first with 2 away. We'll see if Pelican Rapids has some 2-out magic here in the top of the 5th. Swing and a miss, strike 1 here for Soley. Now Soley will face pitch 77 at the 1 hour and 17-minute mark of this ball game. Perlberg will just loft a quick one over there to Breitkritz. Paulson remains safe on first. He didn't have a huge lead off there, so why Perlberg didn't deliver a hard throw over there. He just kind of lofted it over because he knew that Paulson would be back in time on that particular instance. And this one, a 2-hopper over towards Desmond White. He'll pick it up, throw it over to first. He'll take the easy out, and that is 4 up and 3 down as we go now to the middle of the 5th. 4.5 complete, 7-0 Chargers. They'll exchange the gloves for the bats, and we'll be back in a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Stay tuned. Worldwide Hydraulics offers hydraulic components, hydraulic distribution, hydraulic assembly, factory OEM direct component kits, and hydraulic fish house components. Based in Evansville, they have the largest hydraulic selection with the best industry knowledge in the west central Minnesota region. Visit worldwidehydraulics.com or call 218-948-2067 to speak with one of the friendly and knowledgeable team members today at Worldwide Hydraulics, 2629 County Road 82 Northwest in Evansville.
I gotta get a bigger place. How do I buy a house?
First-time buyers are my specialty. I'll guide you through it.
You have questions, Carissa Haugen at RE/MAX Advantage Plus has answers. Call her today, 218-821-0292, or email Carissa Haugen at remax.net. Carissa Haugen at RE/MAX Advantage Plus. Carissa sells the Lakes area. Well, thank you once again for watching here as our YouTube channel approaches 3.8 million views. Since our first broadcast back in 2018. We actually did our first broadcast in October of 2017, and we moved it over to YouTube in April of 2018. So including this game here, we are 20 games shy of our 2,200th broadcast here on Magnitude Sports since broadcast number 1 between Barnesville and Breckenridge and girls volleyball back on October 17th, 2017, and that went to 5 sets, and Barnesville won the matchup. Showing bunt, bunts it foul, and it's caught by Schustrom. So that's out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out. You can't ask for better efficiency than that.
Batting now, catcher number 9, Bryce Fleming.
That pitch will miss for a ball. It's 1-0. Bryce Fromming is the batter, 1 for 2. Bunt out to the third baseman, and then he would triple to right field last time he was at the plate. This one will come off the bat, it'll drop, and it will right on the line. Picks it up. Sorry about the camera there, didn't quite have it on there. So it was rolling right on the line, and Patch, the first baseman, picked it up, took a couple steps back, stepped on the bag for the out. He could have let it roll foul for a strike, but instead he chose to take the out, and it's out number 2. So it's 2 up, 2 down now here for the Chargers. As that'll go into the books as a direct ground out to first. Lucas Fuller, the batter now, takes the first pitch for a ball. It's 1-0. Fuller 1 for 1, hit by a pitch, and then he would get on with a bunt single as he popped one right in between the pitcher and third base last time he was at the plate. This pitch will come in a little bit low. It's 2-0 now here to Fuller. Colton Breitkritz is on deck here for the Chargers. 2 away, and that one had him leaning back for ball 3. So now Fuller will either take the strike or take the walk. He will likely not be swinging on this pitch. And he'll take the strike. Ripley will cash in his free strike coupon on pitch 93. And the 3-1. And now they throw up to second, and safe at second is Fuller. Pitch came across as a ball, so it makes it 3 balls and a strike. Apologize for the little bit of a freeze up there.
All right, here we go, Colton.
Hopefully, actually, you know what? I'm going to do one thing in the background here to hopefully close out my internet windows on my research on the 2 teams for our pregame show, as we're not in the pregame anymore, so I don't need that. I don't know if that's what caused it, but I'm just going to apologize for that. It was only a small hiccup. I think he missed about maybe 3 or 4 pitches, and that's it. Full count now, 3-2, and that one's popped up. Charging is a center fielder, Paulson, and he makes the catch. That ends the 5th inning of play as Breitkritz will fly out to center field. And now the Vikings will bring up batters 3, 4, and 5. It'll be Schustrom, Garza, and Hovland when we return after this here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Leslie Ness Construction, LLC employs a staff that you can trust. They've been providing construction and remodeling services since 2012, located in Brandon, Minnesota. They also provide service to Alexandria, Battle Lake, Deer Creek, Detroit Lakes, Fergus Falls, Frazee, Moorhead, New York Mills, Pelican Rapids, and several other towns across west central Minnesota. Give them a call today, 320-760-8554. Leslie Ness Construction, 15138 Edgefield Road, Northwest in Brandon.
All right, welcome back. 7-0 here in favor of the Brandon Evansville Chargers. It's been a fun trip out here to Evansville. Nice field. Come off I-94, go about 2 miles, and the field's about 2.5 miles in from the I-94 exit. And a strike is delivered here from Perlyberg to Ethan Schustrom, who's 1 for 2. Reached on a fielder's choice, and he doubled the right field last time he was at the plate. Now he takes strike 2. Perlyberg has 7 strikeouts so far here through 5 innings of play. That one's up high. Perlyberg must have left his hand differently than how he wanted it to. I don't think he intentionally threw it up that high, but a nice job there by Fromming to keep it in his glove. Not that there's anybody on base to take advantage of a wild pitch, but 2-2 the count now here. So 1 up high and 1 outside, and now we'll see where he puts this one. And it's off the bat into right field. Gackle going after it, and he makes the catch. Out number 1. So Schustrom will fly out to right field. And that brings up Esteban Garza.
Esteban Garza.
She has to go eat. Okay,
That one's a bouncer out over towards Desmond White, and he'll actually sneak by White into left center field.
Now batting, second baseman, number 1, McLean Hortab.
So Garza will reach base on an error. McLean Hovland is the batter, 0 for 1, reached on a fielder's choice. Last time he was at the plate, he was hit by a pitch. And now he gets hit by a pitch again. So on back-to-back plate appearances, he reaches base via hit by a pitch. I'll bring up Caden Holt now.
Number 23, Caden Holt.
With 1 away, there's 2 runners on here for Pelican Rapids in the top of the 6. Caden Holt's 0 for 2, struck out swinging and reached base on an error. 6 errors in this game, and 5 of those errors have been charged to the shortstops for the 2 teams. He tried to go back and get it, but there's no chance of him making that catch. It was just a little bit too far out for 99 out of 100 catchers running ability. He'll make some adjustments on his shin pads, leg pads before he comes back to home plate here. That's the reasoning for the short delay there. Is Fromming makes some adjustment on his catching gear. So he went back to try and catch that fouled away pitch and came up about 2.5 feet short, but A for effort, and now he has to take the extra effort to get his equipment back into working order here so we can come back to play. Once again, broadcast coverage brought to you by our friends at R&D Computers, Leslie Ness Construction, Worldwide Hydraulics, and Ness Backhoe Service, along with Remax Advantage Plus, Chris Haugen, agent, Ripley Zinc in Earhart, Minnesota, Stein Seed and Runnings. And thank you so much for your support as we're almost ready to go back to play here. As he's still working on his gear here. Well, while we have a moment here, we'll take a look at the, will we have a moment? Will we have another moment? Yes, looks like we'll have multiple moments here. It looks like we might have a new catcher coming in because for one reason or another, the catching gear is not working. So while we have a moment here, let's go ahead and take a look at our upcoming schedule. And tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, Dakota Fusion take on the Minnesota Twin Stars at Jim Gutta Stadium in Moorhead. And then we got the Game 3 of the Blue-White Series between Fargo Post 400. And that's kind of like a mix of all their teams into a all-star game, if that's what you want to call it. I don't know. And then We're back to baseball in Barnesville. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I know it says Starring Field, but it's actually at Reed Field. There's somebody copy and pasted the location in the wrong box there. But 5 o'clock first pitch for the Trojans and the Bulldogs. And then Wednesday, we have, well, actually that game we do not have because that was originally going to be Game 3 of the Blue-White Series. But due to the weather and a fencing construction, some fencing that they were going to add to the field had to be rescheduled due to some weather. So they rescheduled the games so they could reschedule the fencing. So talk about all the things that could possibly reschedule a game in the spring. You wouldn't think that fencing would be one of them. And then on Thursday, May 25th, we have a little bit of a triangular for you from Bob Marshall Field in Dilworth. It's the DGF Rebels and the Holly Nuggets. So make up Game 2 of their doubleheader from earlier this month. And then both Holly and DGF had matchups on the 25th against the Ada Borup Norman County West Cougars. So what they decided to do is have a little triangular, and we'll have all 3 baseball games for you on May 25th. All right, the catcher's ready to go, and so are we now here as we come back to the top of the 6th inning. Once again, check out the rest of that schedule on our website at magnitudesn.com. Allen sent back. Good for a strike. It's 0-1. Caden Holtz is the batter. Once again, 0 for 2. Struck out swinging, reached base on an error. Once again, 6 errors in the game, and 5 of those 6 have been charged to the 2 shortstops for the 2 teams. So having some trouble over on that side of the field, apparently. I don't know why, but I don't know if there's some bad dirt or what, but making the ball take a bad hop or something to that effect. 1-2 the count here to Caden Holt. And that one's just a little bit high. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And that one will to second, now to first. No, they cannot get it, and that's going to be a throwing error. And now coming home to score is Garza. Hovland will get an advancement to third. No, wait. Maybe he was out, actually. He was out. My apologies. So that is 2 away now here for the Pelican Rapids Vikings, but they get a runner on base. And they'll avoid the shutout here as Jaden Ripley is the batter. And a ball is thrown, and it's 1-0. Actually, it's 2-0. My apologies. Two and 2 now here to Ripley. Pitch 94 for Brady Perleyberg. That one's outside. Ball 3. So we got a left-handed batter. Looks like Perleyberg has now switched to throwing left-handed. So called a lot of baseball games, and I've seen it on the Major League rinks, but unless I haven't been paying attention the entire game, I'm not sure if maybe I should have been paying attention the entire game, but I think he's switching his pitching here. I'm not sure. I have to pull it up on my phone, rewind back to the top of the first and see how he's throwing back then. But swing and a miss. It's his 9th strikeout. We need to add another strikeout to that Tommy's Express Car Wash strikeout counter here, because he does have 9, and for some reason we were short 1 on our Tommy's Express Car Wash strikeout counter there. There we go. He has 9 now. So that will do it for the top half of the 6. The Vikings get 1. They trail by 6, going to the bottom of the 6, and the Chargers are up to bat. 2 innings with no scoring since the 3rd. see if they can get some insurance runs heading into the top of the 7th or not when we return after this here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Stay tuned.
Nest Backhoe Inc. in Ashby, Minnesota can accommodate all your excavating and demolition needs. Do you need a sewer line steamed? The team at Nest Backhoe Inc. are also state-certified septic systems experts. Whether it's a warm summer day or a brisk, snowy spring morning, Nest Backhoe Inc. will complete your project while providing great work at a fair price. Learn more by searching Nest Backhoe Inc. on Facebook or call 218-747-2200. Nest Backhoe Inc., 11468 State Highway 78 in Ashby.
All right, welcome back. Once again, you can find us on our website, magnitudesn.com, and our social media pages on Magnitude SN on YouTube, on Twitter and Facebook, and Magnitude Sports on Instagram. If you want to follow us, like us, subscribe to any one and or all of those, we'd certainly appreciate it. And, of course, if you go to our website, magnitudesn.com, you can check out the broadcast schedule by clicking on the schedule. We've already went over a little bit of that. Once again, that triangular between DGF and Hawley and Ada Borup, Norman County West, and DGF and Ada Borup, Norman County West, or ABNCW. DGF is a lot easier of initials than the other one. But and then after that, Magnitude Sports heads down to Lincoln, Nebraska for the Fargo Post 400 Stars in a 3-day tournament. We come back on June 2nd to Brookings, South Dakota to see the Stars, and then back to a little bit closer to home on June 3rd and 4th with a men's and women's Dakota Fusion soccer broadcast. And then June 7th and beyond, you can look at our schedule and see what's coming up. High school baseball season, it pretty much ends on May 25th. We don't have any high school baseball games after the 25th. The sectional tournaments from around the area will get started right around the 26th and beyond. So that'll wrap up this will almost wrap up our regular season coverage here. It's the bottom of the 6th now here. Now it's popped up and diving for it. Did he make the catch? Still waiting for the signal. No, he did not. He'll drop for a strike. Ethan Schustrom making an attempt there, but couldn't quite collect it in his glove. Jaden Ripley just tossed his 100th pitch. This is pitch 101. Actually, no, it's not. We have a new pitcher on the mound. So Ripley, 99 pitches, 46 balls, 53 strikes, gives up 7 runs on 5 hits and stranded 5 Chargers runners. And now the new pitcher here is Willem Pesch. That means we have a new first baseman as well. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And ball 2 is called there. So now on 4 pitches, 2 balls and 2 strikes here for Pesch. It looks like potentially Caden Holt is playing first base. That one will find its way into center field. That's actually not Caden Holt. It is Jaden Ripley. So the pitcher and the first baseman just switch spots.
Second baseman, number 1, Riley Perlyberg.
6th hit of the game, so 7 runs on 6 hits and 4 Pelican Rapids errors. Carter White is on first with that hit. Riley Perlyberg is the batter now, 0 for 3. Reached base on an error to the shortstop, then he grounded it, and then let's try that again. He reached base on an error charge to the shortstop, then he reached base on an error charge to the shortstop, and then he would send a line drive right into the glove of Luke Soley on his last at-bat. Makes him 0 for 3. 2-0 now the count here to Riley Perlyberg, the junior. Brady Perlyberg, the senior, is on deck. 2-0. And the pitch is outside. The throw up to second is in time. They got him. He got caught stealing. I'll take the runner off base. 2-4 on the throw out. That takes the runners off, and 2-1 the count as the pitch came across for a strike to Riley Perleyberg. High and in for ball 3. Now it's 3-1 here to Perleyberg.
To get my stuff from Grandma's car. Oh yeah.
And I'll walk him. So after the first runner on gets caught stealing, now the Chargers get another runner on via a walk. Riley Perleyberg up to first, brings up Brady Perleyberg. And Brady's had a little bit better day than Riley. Riley 0 for 3. Brady 1 for 2. Reached on a drop third strike, then he singled to right field, and then he walked. So he's reached base on all 3 of his plate appearances here in this game in 3 different ways. A drop third strike, a single, and a walk. And a strike is thrown there, 0-1 here to Brady Perleyberg. Desmond White is on deck with 1 away. If no double plays happen, we'll see him next. One and one the count now here. So that pitch will miss outside for a ball. And that's ball 2. Throw up to second's not in time. Perleyberg will take second on the stolen base. 2-1 the count here to Brady Perleyberg. Once again, Desmond White is on deck, and Willem Pesh is now on pitch number 14. And that one is ball 3. So no matter what happens here in this inning, we will see the top of the 7th. Unless the Chargers can score 4 runs, then the game would come to an end here at the completion of the 6th. So they got 2 of those 4 runners on base, and with the walk there to Perleyberg. So now Perleyberg's occupy first and second base. Riley on second, Brady on first, and now it's Desmond White. 1 for 2, single over the third baseman. Line drive shot in the left field on his first at bat. Then he walked, and then he reached base on a hit out to right field where the right fielder couldn't scoop it up. They would charge an error to him. Swing will go over the top of the pitch for strike 1. 1 hour, 45 minutes, time of the game so far. 1 away and 2 runners on an 0-1 count here as Pesh will look back at second, wind and deliver. And did that hit him? Yes, it did. So now the bases are loaded via hit by a pitch.
Now batting, third baseman, number 12, Landon Sullivan.
Now Landon Sullivan will step up to the plate. He's 1 for 3. He grounded out to the third baseman, then he would double out into center field, and then he'd fly out to the right fielder, Lucas Verdorn, on his most recent trip to the plate. So he's been a little bit all over the place here. We'll see where he puts the ball here this time. Really, the only place he hasn't gone is over in the direction of the shortstop on his spray chart here in this game. First pitch comes in for a ball. It's 1-0 now here to Sullivan. If no double plays happen, we'll see Kean Gackle next. Once again, the bases are loaded here for the Chargers. That one's popped up. It's an opportunity here as Pesh calls off the first baseman. He makes the grab for out number 2, and the runners will stay exactly where they're at.
Now batting, right fielder, number 11, Kean Gackle.
Kean Gackle will step up to the plate now here for the Chargers. So to reset, you got Riley Perleyberg on third, Brady Perleyberg on second, and Desmond White on first. And a strike is called there for an 0-1 count here to the senior Gackle. Here's the 0-1 delivery from Pesh. And he just missed it. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 hour 47, time of the game now. If Gackle hits a grand slam, the game would be over. And he's not going to hit a grand slam. He's going to pop out to the pitcher instead. So sorry for the announcer's jinx on that one. But that will end the 6th. They'll strand 3 on base. And now we'll see the top of the 7th here. Eight, 9, and 1 for the Vikings. Bakken, Verdorn, and Paulson are the scheduled batters. If Brady Perlberg remains on the mound, he'll be tossing pitch 95. We'll see who the pitcher is when we return after this here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Stay tuned.
Do you need a computer but don't know where to start? Call the team at R&D Computers. They can help you select the right system for your computer usage needs, from basic to advanced. Do you have a computer but it's not working? Call the team at R&D Computers and you'll be up and running in no time. With over 40 years of experience in electronics technology, R&D Computers has the tools to do the job right. Call 320-762-1212 or learn more right now at rndcomputers.com. R&D Computers, 204 Main Street in Evansville.
I gotta get a bigger place. How do I buy a house?
First-time buyers are my specialty. I'll guide you through it.
You have questions, Carissa Haugen at RE/MAX Advantage Plus has answers. Call her today, 218-821-0292, or email Carissa Haugen at remax.net. Carissa Haugen at RE/MAX Advantage Plus. Carissa sells Ripley's Inc. We do precision work. Join the elite team and start a new career at Ripley's of Earhart, where you can earn while you learn. Training is provided for qualified applicants. We're currently looking for laborers, skilled backhoe or dozer operators. Labor positions start at $22 to $25 per hour. Skilled positions pay based on experience. Call today for an immediate interview, 218-842-8322, or apply online at ripleys-inc.com. Ripley's Inc., when only the best will do. All right, we move to the top of the 7th here. The Vikings need 6 to force the bottom of the 7th. We'll see if they can get those 6 here. Josh Bakken. We'll see the first pitch from new pitcher Landon Sullivan come in for a strike. It's 0-1. Brady Perlberg, 94 pitches, 36 balls, 58 strikes. Gave up 1 run on 2 hits. And stranded a total of 6 Vikings batters and struck out 8 of them. And a swing and a miss there for strike number 2. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Josh Bakken. Some other defensive changes. Brady Perlberg over to first base, and Seth Tennis over to third base here for the Chargers. That one's fouled away off to the first base side over the Chargers dugout, and that's good for an unofficial strike. The count will remain right where it's at 1-2. 1 hour, 50 minutes now, time of the game. And the pitch. High for a ball, 2-2 the count. Josh Bakken's 0 for 2. He struck out swinging, and he struck out looking on his 2 trips to the plate so far today. 2-2, Sullivan delivers, and it's fouled away, and Bakken will earn himself another pitch. And another 2-2 coming up here. And that one will drop in low. And now the freshman pitcher has a full count here to Josh Bakken. Lucas Verdorn is on deck here. It's batters 8, 9, and 1 for Pelican Rapids. Swing and a miss, and the freshman Sullivan gets his first strikeout. The 10th of the game here for the Chargers pitchers, and the first for Landon Sullivan on a Tommy's Express Car Wash strikeout counter. And now he'll try his luck against Lucas Verdorn. Verdorn 0 for 2, struck out looking, and then he popped out to the pitcher. And the first pitch there to Verdorn is in for ball number 1. Sullivan now, 8 pitches, 4 balls, 4 strikes. Swing and a miss, and strike one, and a 1-1 count here to Verdorn. And another swing and a miss, and strike two. And that one comes inside. Now the count's even. So it's ball, strike, strike, ball in that order. And pitch number 5 of the at-bat coming up here for Verdorn against the freshman pitcher Landon Sullivan, coming in relief here for Perlyberg, excuse me. And he gets back-to-back strikeouts on back-to-back batters. His second of the game and the team's 11th.
Center fielder, number 7, Jack Paulson.
So now 2 away, and Jack Paulson is the last hope here for the Vikings. Once again, they need at least 6 to force the bottom of the 7th. They'll have to get all 6 of those on 2 outs. So we'll see if Paulson can start that run or not. Pitch will come low and out for a ball. Paulson's 1 for 3. He struck out swinging. Then he grounded out to the second baseman. Then he singled into center field on those 3 trips to the plate today. And the 1-0. Swing and a miss, strike one, and the count's even at 1 apiece. Once again, broadcast coverage of today's game brought to you by R&D Computers, Leslie Ness Construction, Ness Backhoe Service, Worldwide Hydraulics, and Remax Advantage Plus. Agent Carissa Haugen. Carissa sells the Lakes area. Ripley's Inc. in Erthard, just to the, I believe it's to the south a little bit of Pelican Rapids. Stein Seeds and Runnings. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He struck out 2. Can he get 1 more? No, not on that pitch. It's 2-2. And he does it. He strikes out all 3 batters here in the top of the 7th, and that is your final score. The Brandon Evansville Chargers on their 12th strikeout of the game, and Landon Sullivan coming in relief in the top of the 7th. Strikes out all 3 batters on 17 pitches, 10 strikes and 7 balls. Time of the game, 1 hour and 55 minutes. That will do it. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back and recap this one here in just a moment here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Ness Backhoe Inc. in Ashby, Minnesota can accommodate all your excavating and demolition needs. Do you need a sewer line steamed? The team at Ness Backhoe Inc. are also state-certified septic systems experts. Whether it's a warm summer day or a brisk, snowy spring morning, Ness Backhoe Inc. will complete your project while providing great work at a fair price. Learn more by searching Ness Backhoe Inc. on Facebook or call 218-747-2200. Ness Backhoe Inc., 11468 State Highway 78 in Ashby.
Ripley's Inc. We do precision work. Join the elite team and start a new career at Ripley's of Earhart, where you can earn while you learn. Training is provided for qualified applicants. We're currently looking for laborers, skilled backhoe or dozer operators. Labor positions start at $22 to $25 per hour. Skilled positions pay based on experience. Call today for an immediate interview, 218-842-8322, or apply online at ripleysinc.com. Ripley's Inc., when only the best will do.
Leslie Ness Construction, LLC employs a staff that you can trust. They've been providing construction and remodeling services since 2012, located in Brandon, Minnesota. They also provide service to Alexandria, Battle Lake, Deer Creek, Detroit Lakes, Fergus Falls, Frazee, Moorhead, New York Mills, Pelican Rapids, and several other towns across west central Minnesota. Give them a call today, 320-760-8554. Leslie Ness Construction, 15138 Edgefield Road, Northwest in Brandon.
Worldwide Hydraulics offers hydraulic components, hydraulic distribution, hydraulic assembly, factory OEM direct component kits, and hydraulic fish house components. Based in Evansville, they have the largest hydraulic selection with the best industry knowledge in the west central Minnesota region. Visit worldwidehydraulics.com or call 218-948-2067 to speak with one of the friendly and knowledgeable team members today at Worldwide Hydraulics, 2629 County Road 82 Northwest in Evansville.
I gotta get him a bigger place. How do I buy a house?
First-time buyers are my specialty. I'll guide you through it.
You have questions? Carissa Haugen at RE/MAX Advantage Plus has answers. Call her today, 218-821-0292, or email Carissa Haugen at remax.net. Carissa Haugen at RE/MAX Advantage Plus. Carissa sells the Lakes area. All right, welcome back here to Charger Field, the unofficial name that I was told at the beginning of the game by Activities Director Trent to go ahead and actually, no, it wasn't Trent. I was talking to a parent and said, well, we'll go with it then. So welcome back to Charger Field. Here is, let's double check the numbers here. The Chargers need one more hit. They should have 7 hits. That's the wrong team. Okay, let's see here. And the numbers you see on your screen are right. Vikings 1 run on 2 hits on 2 Chargers errors, and they've left 6 on base. Chargers 7 runs on 7 hits on 4 Vikings errors, and they left a total of 8 on base. Once again, the time of the game, 1 hour and 55 minutes. Chargers tack on 2 in the first. Neither team scores in the second. The Chargers hold that 2-0 lead into the home half of the third, where they get 5 more, and that would do it. They would take that 7-0 lead into the top of the 6th, so the Vikings would get 1. And then to make it 7-1, and that would end up being your final score here. As the Vikings go down 1-2-3 to the freshman pitcher on what was it? It was I believe it was 17 pitches, 10 strikes, and 7 balls for the freshman pitcher coming in relief for Perleberg in the top of the 7th. Once again, we want to say thanks to our sponsors, including R&D Computers, Leslie Ness Construction, Ness Backhoe Services, Worldwide Hydraulics, RE/MAX Advantage Plus agent Carissa Haugen. Carissa sells the Lakes area. Ripley's Inc. in Earhart, Minnesota. Stein Seed and Runnings. Runnings. Oh, the one I forgot was Tommy's Express Car Wash. Tommy's Express Car Wash bringing you a total of 12 strikeouts today here for Chargers pitchers, with 9 of them going to Perleberg and the other 3 going to the relief pitcher Sullivan in the top of the 7th there. Once again, our upcoming schedule here coming up tomorrow, 7 o'clock tomorrow night, as we take a look at our schedule. Maybe. Too many buttons here on the baseball one here. But once again, you can find us online on those social media pages and our website, Magnitude SN, as in Sports Network. Magnitude SN is where you can find the schedule. And tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, it's NPSL Men's Soccer, Semi-Pro Soccer. Dakota Fusion taking on Minnesota Twin Stars from Jingata Stadium, home of the Moorhead Spuds. And then we back to Game 3 of the Blue-White Series for Fargo Post 400. And then on Tuesday, it's back to high school baseball as we start to wrap up the regular season for high school baseball in Minnesota. Barnesville Trojans will host the Otter Tail Central Bulldogs at Reed Field in Barnesville. And then Thursday will be our final 3 games of the regular season baseball as DGF takes on Hawley, and then Hawley will take on Ada Borup, Norman County West. And then the nightcap of that triangular will be the DGF Rebels taking on the Ada Borup, Norman County West Cougars. And then we head down to Lincoln, Nebraska. It's our first of 2 trips to Nebraska. This one to Lincoln, and then about a month later we'll go to Omaha as the Fargo Post 400 Stars take on Creighton Prep, Lincoln East, Harrisburg, South Dakota, and Lincoln Pius. And then we travel to Brookings, South Dakota for a matchup between the Bandits and the Stars. And then back to Dakota Fusion Soccer on the 3rd and 4th as the Fusion men will host Duluth FC Blue Greens, and then the Fusion women will host the Maplebrook Fury here. 7 o'clock for the men's game Saturday night, 3 o'clock kick for the afternoon game on Sunday here on Magnitude Sports. It's been fun, and congratulations to the Chargers for picking up a win tonight here on Magnitude Sports. They become the 12th team to win their debut game on Magnitude Sports. Yes, I know that stuff because I was here for all 12 of them. So, all right. Well, hey, thanks so much for joining us here once again. Your final score in this one here is the Brandon Evansville Chargers 7 and the Pelican Rapids Vikings 1. We'll talk to you tomorrow night for Dakota Fusion Soccer here on Magnitude Sports. Have a great night, and once again, thank you to all of our sponsors for making this broadcast possible. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast, and we hope to be back again here in Brandon Evansville's for future games. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow night.
The preceding broadcast was an exclusive presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Subscribe, click the bell, and visit magnitudesn.com for a schedule of our upcoming broadcasts.